Planned Parenthood has discussed opening a location just over the Oregon border in Ontario. The plan is still in the works and will not be open in the next 30 days, but eventually could become the closest clinic to many Idaho communities, a site that will likely be replicated in border towns across the country. The future of abortions in the U.S. may become most apparent in border towns like Ontario, Oregon. The city already serves as a hub for recreational marijuana, seeing a steady flow of Idaho customers, with rumors now swirling around what could soon be a new abortion clinic.
You see that yellow building through there? That's it. So just the other side of the co-op.
John Kirby, who owns a local hardware store and serves on the Ontario City Council, isn't happy about it.
That's what they do in Western Oregon. That's not what we in Eastern Oregon want to portray. It's just a different lifestyle.
Oregon recently approved $15 million in new funding to help cover abortion costs for patients traveling from other states, a demand projected to more than double once the Idaho ban goes into effect. The Guttmacher Institute, which supports abortion rights, estimates 26 states are certain or likely to ban abortion in the coming months, a monumental shift that would split the nation in half as Republican-led states impose abortion bans and Democratic ones like Washington and Oregon push to ease access for patients traveling from neighboring states. Still, the Supreme Court's ruling, a major victory for many, like the Idaho Family Policy Center.
We're blessed in this state to have legislators who have a gut reaction to the horror of abortion violence and want to do something about it.
Blaine Conzatti drafted the state's abortion law modeled after last year's 6-week ban in Texas that allows civil suits against doctors who perform abortions. He says these restrictions in Idaho are just the beginning.
We believe that abortion is homicide, and that the abortionist who commits the crime is essentially acting as an assassin for hire, right? A hitman. And so we would like to see abortion treated the same in Idaho code as any other type of murder.
Conzatti is also pushing to outlaw emergency contraceptives and IUDs, but he admits his hands are tied when it comes to preventing Idaho residents from seeking abortions in neighboring states.
Yeah, unfortunately, Idaho doesn't have jurisdiction outside of its borders.
And over the border in Ontario, opinions are split. Some separating themselves from those on the western side of Oregon, more closely aligning with Idaho's conservative views, evidence of recent discussions to separate multiple eastern counties to become part of a so-called Greater Idaho.
The rest of Oregon is so far away from us. That's not our lifestyle. We're Idaho.
But Eddie Melendrez, a new younger member on the Ontario City Council, where nearly a third of the population falls below the federal poverty level, says city leaders continually reject measures that would help. That's why he chose to speak out in a recent city council meeting about the new Planned Parenthood clinic with his 9-year-old daughter in mind.
She looked at me, she goes, "And what did you say, papi?" She goes, "What did you say?" And I said, "Well, I said that women should have the right to choose what they want with their body." And then she's like, "Oh, that's good."